I'm here investigating this Bill McIntosh phenomenon. Let's see what people think.
Bill McIntosh?
Oh yes, his AI knowledge is almost as powerful as my magic spells.
Bill McIntosh? His traffic strategies are used across 17 galaxies. Even Martians watch his show. Captain McIntosh's traffic secrets help me navigate the digital seas perfectly. His show be pure treasure, mate.
Bill McIntosh's AI insights fuel my experiments. His live stream is pure scientific genius.
Sir William McIntosh's online business strategies help me modernize my kingdom. I never miss his weekly show.
As you can see, Bill McIntosh's influence reaches everyone from wizards to scientists. His weekly show has become a cultural phenomenon.
It's time for the Bill McIntosh Show.
'Tis I, Sir William. So hello and welcome to the show. This is Bill McIntosh. I am your host, and this is where I bring my 25 plus years of experience of starting, growing, and scaling internet businesses. And, you know, I've been lucky enough to make over $100 million in revenue across those businesses over the years. And this is where I bring that hard-won knowledge to you. And it's my job to help you start, grow, or scale your business on the internet. Whichever place you are in your journey, that's what this is all about. And because it is the builders of the world, what some would call entrepreneurs or moguls or whatever you want to call them. They are the people that drive forward society. And in many cases, they're the ones behind major breakthroughs that improve health, quality of life, the economy, help jobs, help everyone have a better life. And so it is my mission to help the builders. And I hope that's you. Are you a builder? Let me know in the chat, who here is a builder? I know I am. I build all kinds of stuff. A lot of it is digital, right? You can be a digital builder and create, whether it's creating apps or creating processes or services or physical products or whatever your flavor of entrepreneurship is. We're all builders. And I am glad to be here. Do me a huge favor and give me a big shout out in the chat. Let's make sure that we are live and that everything is kicked off and going. And I'll bring producer Nick on here and let us know. Let's see, there you are. Hey, there we go.
Hey.
Let Nick and I know where you are in the world and tell us if you're new. If you're new to the show, maybe you haven't been in on one of our weekly broadcasts before, say I'm new. But definitely check in, say hi, and let us know where in the world you are. And Nick, can you do some shout outs?
Yeah, we got Devin. Hey, Devin. Pete. I recognize Pete. We've got Oil and Wine Revival Church. Hey, we've got Walter. Walter says, yay, Bill. I agree. We've also got Marco Nomad. Ooh, I like that. That's a cool name. Marco Nomad. And we've got Shelly. Shelly's come to like all of our shows recently, so good to see you, Shelly. Vitality within you, I recognize you. The Mick, of course it's the Mick. I recognize you too. And then we have Chris Treftow, another veteran of the show. Good to see you.
All right, awesome. Well, I want to thank you for that, and I'm glad to have you all here, both new and old timers. And I'm glad to have you be part of our builders. So that's our community. In fact, we just opened up a brand new school group that we're going to be taking the show, the community that's been building around the show, and actually extending it and bringing it to school. So I hadn't intended on releasing the link, but maybe I'll let you guys in early. Anybody want access to the school group? We'll see if there's a big enough demand, but we just barely cracked it open. I think right now there's like 30 people in there and half of them are my staff. So maybe we'll open that up a bit later if the audience gets big enough today. And speaking of that, if you're excited about entrepreneurship and being a builder, give this video a thumbs up. It does help quite a lot. I would like to get a YouTube distributing the live stream so we can build up the audience today. We've started off a little bit low, so I'm wondering if our notifications all went out and everything's going okay. But would like to build the audience up. So liking this video, the thumbs up is all it takes. And then, of course, if you do know an entrepreneur, somebody who might benefit from learning about this, then definitely share this as well. You can share it in social media or with friends or family or anybody you think wants to grow a business on the internet or start one if they've never started one before. Share the message with them. Just grab the link to the channel, to the YouTube video link that you see above and help spread the word so we can grow the audience. And Nick, we have a great show today. You have prepared another challenge for me. So
Yes.
I have this time I don't have 3 minutes. I have a little more breathing room. What do I have? 5, right? 5 minutes?
That's the challenge, yeah.
That's the challenge. Okay. So the idea is, can I take a proven business model, and I'll show you some examples. It's a proven business model of making, in some cases, hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. And isn't there one that's making like that much a month or something? What the example business is?
The main one is $600,000 a year, and then I think there's one that is $100K a month. So yeah.
100K a month. So I'm going to show you how to use an incredible AI tool. And the challenge for me is, in 5 minutes, can I clone one of these $100,000 a month businesses? So that'll be we're doing that a little bit later. And then we're also going to be talking about a 4-letter word. So I have a 4-letter word that some people might not like to hear. But it is the single word that is behind your success. Literally one word. You want to make millions of dollars on the internet, or maybe you just want to make a side hustle and kind of replace some side income. Or maybe you're trying to quit your day job. Whatever your target is for building a business, there is just one 4-letter word that is behind whether or not you will succeed or fail. And I'm going to be talking about that today. So we're going to kick off with that, and then we'll be doing our 5-minute challenge to see, can I use a really powerful AI tool to clone that business in 5 minutes or less? And that's our agenda for today. I'm trying to think if we have any other housekeeping before we just get into it today, Nick. Are we good to go?
You were good.
Yeah?
Yep.
Definitely need the caffeine. So especially today. Don't you hate it when Windows hijacks your computer and then just like spontaneously installs updates and restarts it for you? Does that happen to you, or is that just me?
Yeah, that sounds like just you. That hasn't happened to me.
That's never happened to you? Boy, I'm so jealous. Anybody else here have a Windows machine? And I've done Mac and I've done Windows. I actually have an old Mac laptop even. I tried to switch, but I'm just sort of like a creature of habit, I guess. So I'm still on Windows. And oh, God, it drives me nuts when they do that to me. And there's no way to stop it. So today, it installed an update and restarted my laptop earlier this morning. And then the minute I try to go live on the show today, my cameras are all broken. So whatever they did in their update broke all the cameras. Anyway, I was doing battle with Windows, and but I made it. I'm here. So but it's a little frustrating. Okay. So with that, we're going to get into the 4-letter word. And I have this content is a little bit unusual. It's a little different flavor than what I normally do on the channel on our live show. This is going to be a little bit of a little bit into the psychology and what does it take to be successful. And I have a special, it's a 5-step process that can help guarantee you are successful. Okay, so that's what our first segment is about. And then, of course, I'm going to do the how-to segment where I'll show you how to use some AI tools to clone profitable websites so you can cash in from that. That's coming next, but this is our first one. And I am doing this one. This is a 100% teleprompter presentation for number 1. So I'm going to fire up my teleprompter so it can keep me on track so I don't wander around and get off track. but I am recording this. So if you see me doing retakes or you hear me make notes for my editor, you'll know I am here with you. We're here live. I think you're going to really like this, but it is very much different than our normal show content. And so I am curious, by the time I get done, I would love to hear your feedback of what you think about this style of content, or whether you like the how-to training a bit more. I want to know. But we'll power through the training. I'll get the recording all done, and then I'm going to come to the chat. So we'll be hanging out in the chat, talking about this training. I'll answer any questions you've got, any feedback you've got. But yeah, this is a little bit different for those of you who have been with the show for a long time. But let's get into it. And in fact, I think I'm going to pull my mic closer. Or maybe I'll get closer to the mic. Okay. Check this out. For decades, you've been chasing the biggest claims, the fastest results, the newest software. You've built an expectation that's based on what all those gurus promise, only to be disappointed. But what if the only thing stopping you from building a 7-figure online business isn't the software, it isn't the market, it's not even your age? What if it's the fact that you were literally trained to fail? And I know that sounds crazy, but top psychologists have researched this, and they say all elite achievers, from billionaire founders to military special operators, every one of these achievers, they have a defining trait, a single trait in common. And I promise you, it is not some innate ability like brains or talent or some unique skill. What I'm talking about is the single biggest success factor that your bosses, your teachers, and frankly, even your parents, they actively trained you to avoid it. If you stick with me to the, here we go. I'm doing a little retakes here. You see when you hear me repeating stuff, so my editor can pick it up and clean it up. Here we go. If you stick with me for the next 14 minutes, I'm going to give you the precise step-by-step breakdown that turns everything you think you know about success on its head. I'm going to show you the exact article that proves this. There's a research study and I will show you the exact article that proves this and the science behind it, and why embracing complete and total failure is actually the fastest path to online success. And we're going to deep dive into the psychology of winning, but only if you're ready and you're willing to look silly. So what does it mean to be trained to fail? It's not a conspiracy. It's actually a system that is taking place right now, and it's one that you have already been through. It's a system designed to create reliable employees, not disruptive entrepreneurs. It's built on 3 fundamental lies that have been drilled into your head since we were children. And the first lie is one that stops 99% of people from ever getting started. And lie number 1 is never suck at anything. Think about it. From the moment you were in school, you got a red X for the wrong answer. At your first job, you got a bad performance review for messing up. Your boss, your parents, society, they all taught you the same exact thing, that if you're bad at something, it's a source of shame. Competence is the goal. So what do? You refuse to start that online business because you don't know how to build a website. You don't start your YouTube channel because you think the first 10 videos are going to be garbage. And guess what? You are absolutely right. They will be. Your first site, your first videos, all of these, they will suck. But this fear of sucking, of looking like a beginner, it's the single greatest prison for an aspiring entrepreneur. It keeps you stuck on the sidelines, quote unquote, researching, while other people are out there, they're failing, they're taking action, but they're failing, they're learning, and eventually from that process, they end up winning. And that brings me to a question that I have for you. I want to be, we'll do this, we'll do that again. Teleprompter's being weird. And that brings me to a question. And I want you to be honest. Let me know, drop in the comments and let me know what is one thing, just one thing that you yourself have been putting off because you're afraid that you're going to suck at it. Maybe you don't quite understand it. You don't know exactly how to do it. And you're just backed off, a little bit afraid to get started. What is it? Is it a podcast, a sales call, putting up a website, or using a new tool? I'll be reading every comment down below. So let me know, drop in the comments and let me know what is the one thing that you're waiting on right now that you know you need to do. Because that fear of sucking is powerful, but it's actually just a symptom. It's a symptom of a much deeper, much more dangerous piece of mental programming. And this is the big one. It's lie number 2. That is, follow instructions. This is the core of the employee mindset. From the time you're an infant, you're taught to do this. From the time you're an infant, you're taught to do as you're told. In school, you follow along with the syllabus. At work, you follow the standard operating procedure. You are rewarded for compliance, for coloring inside the lines. And when you don't, you're penalized. Now think about your last job. The boss gave you some process to complete a task. You follow it perfectly. You get a pat on the back. Maybe you get a small raise, but you never learn how to actually be the one to create that process. You're just a cog in a machine that someone else designed. Now, entrepreneurs, they don't follow the map. They don't follow the process. They draw the map. They create the process. And in a world where there are no instructions, the person who is willing to move forward, cut through the fog, make mistakes, and chart their course are the ones who will own the territory. The single habit of waiting for permission, of looking for the perfect blueprint, it's the killer of entrepreneurial dreams. So don't sit around waiting for instructions or a step-by-step method. Get started, take action. Don't be afraid to suck at it as your first go-round. And this conditioning, this need for a perfect plan, it leads directly to the third and the final lie that I want to cover on this video. It's the one, it'll seem so obvious, but it's the hardest one to unlearn. So you're taught to be good at things. You're taught to follow instructions. And the result is that the final lie locks the cage that has been mentally built around you. And that's lie number 3. Do not take risks. Everything in your life has been about minimizing risk. You get the degree, so you have a safe career. You stay at the job, so you can get the pension. You don't invest too much money into some crazy idea because it's about safety. It's about security. It's about predictability. And entrepreneurship is exactly the opposite. It's actually the management of uncertainty. You have to embrace uncertainty and you have to embrace risks and learn to manage them. And these 3 lies, number 1, never suck. 2, follow instructions. And 3, don't take risks. They work together perfectly to create one thing, a good employee. They taught us how to be great workers, not legendary founders. Okay, so we're all broken, right? Great news, okay? Now what? What can you do about it? And this is where it gets good. This is where we stop talking about the problem and we start building a solution. Because for every one of these lies, every one of these that have been drilled into us to create that false mental cage, there's a powerful truth. And if you're an elite achiever, you'll live by it. And in just a moment, I'm going to pull up the exact article from Fortune magazine where a top psychologist from University of Pennsylvania, they prove every single word I'm about to say. It's backed up by data and by science from West Point, the National Spelling Bee, and even from top sales companies. So stay tuned. You're going to see the proof behind this. So I'd like to give you now what you can do about this. We've learned about the horrible trap that we have all stepped into, but now here is a 5-step breakdown that you can rewire your brain for success. Consider it your new training manual. So step number 1, intentionally do it on purpose. Go out and do things that you are absolutely awful at, things that you suck at. This is the antidote. Instead of avoiding things that you're not competent in, you will now actively seek it out. Look for things that you're not good at, that you're perhaps a little bit afraid of doing. Do them anyway. So your homework this week is to spend 3 hours. I want you to set aside 3 hours on a skill that you know you're going to be completely terrible at. Try to edit a video. If you've never edited a video before and that sounds horrible to you, go find some free software, go reshoot a video and try to edit it. If you've never written code before and technology terrifies you, well, then go write some code. If you're terrified of speaking to people, cold call 10 businesses if that's part of your business model. The goal is not to succeed. You're not doing this to make a win. The goal is to get comfortable with that feeling of being a complete novice all over again. Now, step 2 of our process is you want to be cringe, okay? You want to look silly. This is the price of admission. The first sales video you might ever make, you're going to look silly. The first time you ever talk to someone about your business idea and you fumble through it, you're going to feel silly. You're going to feel like perhaps you're being overly promotional or cringe, as some like to say. Now, the first webinar, if you ever run a webinar, the first webinar you do, it's going to have mistakes. Maybe you'll pitch it and you'll sell nothing. You will look silly, and you will have to embrace this silliness. Being cringe, here, let me back up. Being cringe is a sign that you're in the arena. You're pushing your boundaries. Perfectionists, they're all sitting on the sidelines. They're studying and learning and overthinking and overplanning, all while we push through that uncomfortable feeling and do it anyway. It's the cringe are the ones that are cashing the checks. Ever notice that? So now, step 3, hunt for failure. You must redefine what failure is. Failure is not the end. Failure on any task, any new thing, any business is data. Every failed Facebook ad, it's not a loss of money. It isn't that you spent $100 on Facebook ad. You bought $100 worth of data about what your market doesn't want. You now know what not to do. Every time you do a sales call and you lose, well, that's a masterclass on the objections that you're going to need to solve to win sales. You must actively take risks with the primary goal of collecting what you could call failure data. Step 4, analyze this data and adapt. So you do all of these things. You look silly, you become cringe, you jump in and embrace failure, and you then come back to step 4 and analyze and adapt based on what you have learned. This is what separates the pros from the amateurs. After you fail, you just don't feel bad and quit. Instead, you ask one question. What did this data teach me? You look at that cringy video you made and you say, okay, so my intro was weak, the hook was weak, and or you look at your ad, maybe you have an ad that failed, and you can see, oh, well, that image was clearly wrong, and I need to make a new one. So you learn, you adapt, you adjust the plan, which leads us to the final step, number 5, and that is repeat with intensity. You take what you learn from this data and you go again, immediately, harder, faster. While others are still thinking about it and analyzing it, you're already back on the field collecting more data from your next failure. This loop, this process, if you run through these 5 steps, this is the real secret. It's not some tactic or strategy or magic loophole. Your success lies in these 5 steps. Now, remember that article that I promised you, the proof of all of this? Well, here it is. It's Fortune magazine, and it's the researcher behind it is Dr. Angela Duckworth, and she studied the world's most elite achievers in a bunch of different fields. She wanted to find what was the number 1 predictor of their success. And what she found was kind of surprising. It wasn't social intelligence. It wasn't good looks. It wasn't skills. It was not IQ. None of those things predicted success. Can you guess what it is? I'll give it to you in her exact words. So, quote, the common denominators of high achievers, no matter what they're achieving, is this special combination of passion and perseverance for really long-term goals. So listen to those two words. There's two words in there that are really important: passion and perseverance. The perseverance part, that's the 5-step loop that we just talked about. It's the engine. It's the willingness to fail, to look silly, and to get back up again and again and again. But the passion, think of that as the fuel that drives that engine. And that's the obsession that drives you when it's hard, when you're frustrated, and when nothing seems to be working. It's the deep-seated internal reason. Why are you even in the arena competing to begin with? It's the one thing that no guru can sell you. And it's the one thing that software or tools or a new method cannot provide you. So Dr. Duckworth has a simple name for this powerful combination. It's passion and perseverance, and combined, she calls it grit. So this is my new 4-letter word. And if this idea of grit just clicked like a light bulb for you, I want you to go down to the comments down below and say grit. So right in there right now, drop in and tell me grit. Did this click? Did this give you some value? Did you kind of get inspired a little bit to go implement this 5-step loop that turns on the engine of your success? Write grit in the chat right now. And let's see how many of us are actually ready, able, and willing to do the real work of success. So the secret, it isn't another course or a new piece of software. It is in unlearning the lies that they have taught you and embracing the passion-fueled failures that they've always told you to fear. It's the only thing stopping you. It was your training as you lived your life. So now you have a new training manual. Go get to work. All right, there we go. A little different than our usual content. What do you guys think? Nick, what do you think?
I like that. We gotta pump those numbers up, guys. And we when it hits the channel, you guys gotta juice it up so it does well, and I can get Bill to make more of these because I liked that. I thought that was good.
Yeah, Nick twisted my arm to do this. When I told him a little bit about my, I had this outline for some training. I was actually gonna do it for a group of coaching students, and he really wanted me to do it here on the channel. So let me know if you like this kind of content or if you prefer the kind of more traditional. We do how-to trainings. So yeah, let me know what you think. And oh, by the way, I never showed it on the screen. Let me, let's see, I'm gonna remove that. I'll add that. That's the article that I was referencing. And there's Dr. Duckworth. A funny name, but there she is. And it's a great article in Fortune magazine going into the details of this that completely backs up. I actually found the article after I wrote my content, and it completely proves out my theories. She's not the only one. I've seen several other studies where they try to find what is the common denominator of what's the one thing that really successful entrepreneurs have. And it seems to always boil down to some version of this one concept that she calls grit, which I really like. So I'm going to probably start using that. But there you have it. All right. So do we have any questions, any comments, feedback, whatever? We'll do a round of live chat with the audience, and then we're going to move on to the next training in just a moment. We'll be doing a challenge. I'm going to show you on screen an AI tool that you can use to clone highly successful businesses and make them your own. So we'll be doing that. I'm going to do that myself in 5 minutes. It's a challenge that Nick has given me. But before we do that, Nick, do we have any questions?
Yeah, I'm going through lots of commentary. I'm not seeing a lot of questions, but a lot of basically it's I agree. So true.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
And by the way, I'll say this is a great chance to hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already, so we can get YouTube to help us grow our audience here. That would be amazing. And then after our next training segment, I think I should probably go get the link to our community. We might as well release it today, right? Do you think, are we ready to do that? Should we let them? I mean, it's early. We haven't even finished setting the thing up, but should we do that today?
Yes. Oh, certainly. I'd love to hit 50. We have like 30 something in there now, and I want to hit. We should hit 50 people in our school.
Okay, cool.
So
I will go in right now and get the link.
Awesome. Yeah, join. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff in that school group, guys. You're going to want to join.
Cool. And I just realized too, we should probably at some point make a link on Buildy that will redirect there, but we'll do that later. So,
you ready to drop it? Drop the link.
Should we do it now, or do you want? Let's wait till I want to do the next segment, and then we'll drop it. Yeah.
All right, fine. Let's see. Oil and Wine Revival Church says, "Hey Bill, can you show us how to market Buildy? Like as an affiliate? Is that what you mean?"
Yeah, so some of you may know about Buildy. It's our flagship AI software, which I'm going to actually do a demo of in a minute. Yeah, let's. I'm trying to think. I've been thinking about something that that I have planned, which is I would like to show everyone actually how to become a professional Buildy affiliate, where you can be. Where I'll give you all the training on how to like grow your following, whether you want to put your face on it or not. We'll use social media together, and I'll show you either faceless without you using your voice or your face, or if you want to be the brand, and I'll show you how to become a professional Buildy affiliate, and I'll give you a ton of training on how to do that, and how to drive traffic, because it helps me. I get to help you, you get to help me. It's a real win-win. It's something I've been really thinking about. So it's I hope you guys would be interested in that. I wasn't quite sure how many people would be interested in learning how to be a professional Buildy AI affiliate, but yeah. So anyway, that's all I had to say.
All right, cool. Let's see. Well, Chris says, and I'm not sure what he's referring to. He says, "Is the new version of Buildy still happening tonight?"
There is. Well, no, it's not tonight. Yeah, there's no new version tonight. We have a new version in our staging servers, but it's not being released to publicly tonight. No.
Okay.
Yeah, that probably won't be till next week. Yeah, but yes, there is a new version of Buildy. It's right now in our staging servers being tested, and if all goes well with the testing, then there will be a release very soon.
Awesome. Rose Edits says, "Can the average person who joins these affiliate programs really make money with these programs throughout the internet?"
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's a reason why there are literally, like, there are millions of products available that you can promote as an affiliate. I mean, just ClickBank alone has paid billions of dollars in commission. It's funny. I just got a text message actually from ClickBank right as we've been going on the air. So ClickBank is definitely an example of paying out billions of dollars to affiliates. It's a very lucrative, very awesome business model.
Vitality Within You says, "Buildy sounds like something that some of my friends might be interested in." Yeah, you're going to want to go to Vitality Within You. I'm going to give you a link. It's going to tell you about our affiliate program, because you can share Buildy with your friends and cash in. So here, I just dropped that link. Anyone else who has friends that they think might like Buildy, go to that link and sign up, because you can cash in and share Buildy with your friends.
Yeah, Nick. So I literally have a text message right here going on from one of our team members is at an event right now, and ClickBank is pitching me on how they can promote. So anyway,
I thought you might find that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I'll tell you more about it when we get off the air. But yeah, it's just
Who's
the
at an
timing
event?
is funny. Just as the question comes in.
Who's at an event right now?
Russell.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So, okay, cool. Oh, I see. So you gave out the influencer link, and oh, I also realized I can bring us up here. Yes. So if there's enough interest in that, and enough people would get value out of it, I kind of was thinking about doing like an extended workshop of really going all in to help everyone be an affiliate of Buildy. And I would do it for free, by the way. So I won't charge for it. All I ask is that you would be a Buildy customer, and there are plans that start at $0. So that as long as you're a Buildy user, you can embrace this. Of course, I'd love to have you be a paying customer, but as long as you have a Buildy account, I would do all the training for free. Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. So do we have anything else to cover or any other questions before we do the next segment?
No, we are ready to jump into the next segment.
Okay. I need to get extra caffeinated. And I got them texting me again. Let's see. Okay, good. I gave him the answer he was looking for. Okay. And got my notifications off. So for this next one, by the way, we're going to be talking about Buildy. That is what I'm going to be doing the challenge with. And I'm recording this like usual. So I do have a teleprompter script I'm going to read for my hook. So it's like the first 30 seconds of the video we're recording. I'm going to record that with the teleprompter, and then I have some training I'll show on screen. And I just realized that I need to log into Buildy if I'm going to use it. Let's do that real quick. And there we go. And Nick, are you timing this or am I timing it?
I was expecting you to time it. Do you still have the window up from the timer we used last time?
Yeah, let me get that timer set up. 1 second. Okay, got the timer, got it set to 0. And we have our slide deck up, and we are good to go. So awesome. Got my teleprompter, and so here we go. So again, a reminder, I'm recording this. I'm going to get all the way through the training, and then I'm going to come back to chat, and we're going to talk about any questions you have, any feedback you've got. And oh, I did want to show you something real quick here. So I'm going to be referencing a couple businesses that make tons and tons of money. We're going to come back to this, but where did it go? So here's someone who is making $600,000 a year with the kind of app that we're talking about. And there are several examples and case studies, by the way, that we're going to cover. So here's someone doing $34,000 in monthly recurring revenue. That's what MRR means. So there's somebody who made a $16,000 a month business. So these are the businesses I'll be talking about. Just so you have some context, and with that, we shall get started. Where am I? I am here, and here we go. Come on. Okay. This guy is making $100,000 a month, and this one, $600,000 a year. And then there's this one, which is $34,000 per month. And this is not a fluke. Dozens of people are using one stupidly profitable business idea to absolutely print money. Then they rinse and repeat. But you don't have to build this from scratch thanks to the video that you're watching now, because I found a way to quite literally clone their entire business model. And you could do it in under 5 minutes using nothing but AI. So I put myself to the test live on stream in front of a real audience. The rules, they were simple. no code, no sneaky edits. All I can do is use plain English AI prompts. And you're going to want to stick around for this one because I'll show you the business idea, some real life examples, some case studies, and at the end, I'm going to give you the exact AI prompt I used to clone it all. So let's find out, can I build $1 million business in just 5 minutes? What do you say? Let's do this. All right. Now, one thing I do want to say here is that I cannot guarantee that you are going to get the exact results. You'll see these case studies that I'm about to show on the screen so you can see what they did, how they did it, and how profitable their businesses are. And I cannot guarantee that you will get results like this. I can only show them up as a shining, extraordinary example of what's possible. But your results, they're going to vary. You could make that much more, or you could even lose money. So I just want to make that clear. Building a business, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It takes hard work. And I think you know that. It's common sense. With that said, let's dive in. Okay, let me pull up the screen. And that hook, was that hook good, Nick?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And I think you're showing on the gamma. If you, I don't know if you know that, but.
Oh, let me get out of there then.
Okay, cool. All right. So as I said just a moment ago, this is a challenge, and I'm going to see if I can find the business, which has already been done. But two, here, let me repeat that. So this is a live challenge where I am going to take this business, clone it, and show you how you can be up, running, and launched in under 5 minutes. So let's see if I can succeed. And by the way, I have prompts and everything used in this video will be available to you, so stick around to the end. And the business idea that we're going to dive into is the personal finance niche. It's a huge niche market and one that is highly profitable. And so we're going to do a personal finance app. And what we're going to use is the AI business builder called Buildy. So it's buildy.ai. And we're going to use that to build it for us. By the way, this is my software platform, full disclosure. It's one that we have invested quite a lot in building and providing for you, and it makes amazing businesses. You can get started for free, so you can check that out at buildy.ai. And then while we get the app fired up and start building, I'm going to share some real life examples of why I picked this business and why it's so darn profitable. We got a bunch of case studies I'm going to share with you that you can learn a lot from how to build and grow one of these businesses. Okay. And here's the prompt, by the way. So this is the prompt down here that I'm going to use, and I will share that with you in just a bit. And we're going to call this app Budget Board. Okay. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to start out by just copying this prompt. And again, there is no coding, no technical explanation. It's just simple, everyday, common English. Okay, so we're going to head over here. I'm logged into Buildy, and all I'm going to do is paste that prompt in here. And then I'm going to hit the button. And by the way, you can also speak and talk right into the microphone and just tell Buildy what you want, and it'll build it. But let's submit this prompt and start our timer. All right, now I got 5 minutes on the clock to make this work. And let's head over to Buildy and see what it's doing. Okay, there we go. So I can tell it's thinking. It has just gotten started creating our app. And instead of sitting here watching this boring screen, I'm going to go back to my presentation and show you why we picked one of these personal finance budgeting apps. And you can see it's gotten busy. It's created our database. And by the way, Buildy builds everything. It builds and hosts your database, all the code, everything you need, the design, hosts it for you, and helps you launch your business. So you don't need to know anything technical. And in 5 minutes or less, you can literally have a business launched on the internet ready to help make you profit. All right, now let's go back here and let's talk about some examples. So here's one. This is actually somebody who was a professional person working at Facebook, and they ended up going full time on a budgeting app and now making $600,000 a year. And here is their whole story. This is straight from a Twitter article, and we've got the source linked here. And I'll tell you in a minute how you can download this entire deck. So if you'd like to download the decks, you can go click and see the case studies and learn about how they did it. I'll tell you in a minute how you can get that. Here's Penelope Lopez. She says, this is just crazy. Budget apps are printing $100,000 a month. They're super simple to build. And here she says it takes 48 hours to use these other tools. And you'll see you can do it in 5 minutes with our tool set. Okay. And these are examples of showing how much money these apps are making. You can see they're making $50,000, $20,000, $60,000. That's per month. Here's another one. And by the way, the source is linked to that here as well in the deck that I'll show you how to get in a minute. And here's Jen Yip, who grew something called Lunch Money to a $34,000 a month. That's MRR, monthly recurring revenue, with her very unique app. Also, again, source is linked down below. Let's see, how are we doing on the clock? I got 2 minutes on the clock. Let's see how Buildy's doing. Okay. Oh, did it actually finish? Okay. It looks like it finished its work already. That's surprisingly fast. Actually, that surprised me. So it looks like it's saving its changes. And we got to give it a minute here, and it will refresh, and there's our app. Okay, let me stop the clock. 2 minutes and 39 seconds. Wow, that surprised me. I thought we would do it in under 5 minutes, but 2 minutes and 39 seconds, I think that might be a record. Hey, producer Nick, I know you're off in the background. How fast is this? That's pretty fast, right?
That's pretty good. It's pretty fast. Yeah.
Wow. Oh man. So Buildy just keeps getting better and better. All right. Well, let's take a look and see what it built. So here's Budget Board, where you can take control of your finances with beautiful, intuitive budgeting tools. And then there's a get started. Okay. So we go through with start an onboarding process, and we talk about what our income is. So I'm just going to throw some numbers in here. How often do you get paid? I'll say bi-weekly. What's your main goal? So let's say you want to pay off debt. Let's go with that. How much do you want to have in an emergency fund? And I would say, I know I would like to have 6 months worth of expenses saved up in an emergency fund. Here's our savings goals. Let's see. So you know what? I'm going to save for a vacation, and let's target it to be $10,000. And then let's say we want to go on vacation. I'm going to put it out a ways. So we'll put it all the way into next year. So we'll say, there we go. And then we can add more. If you wanted to add more goals, you could do that. So let's go next. Current debts. So I'm just going to throw some random things in here. Let's say the balance is 87. And our percentage rate is, I don't know what student loan percentage rates are currently, so I'm going to guess. I don't know the minimum payment. Let's see, minimum payment, maybe call it 500. Okay. And we'll go through, and I'm just going to make up something big real quick just so we can test this. Balance. We'll say the balance is 874,593. APR is 4.95%. Wonder if I can skip minimum payment. Hopefully that doesn't break it. Okay. Oh, I already put that on there, but so I'll just put. I'm just going to throw. I'm going to throw some random numbers in here. Okay. I'm just going to make stuff up, and then. Okay, so it looks like there's a mistake in the app. So watch this. So if there's a mistake in the app, I would bet that it's probably because I left some stuff out. So, and I think I left this out something. Okay, yeah, I left some of these blank. So let's say. Let's see if that makes it go away. No. So here's the beauty too of Buildy. So we can come over here and we can say, when you end up with this, you come in and you just tell Buildy, I hit the complete setup button and got an error, failed to complete onboarding. Please try again. And I can say, please fix. Okay. And the other thing you can do too is you can turn on plan mode, and you could say, see, if we turn on plan mode, I can come in here and I can say, please recommend what you should do to fix this. And then we're having a discussion with Buildy, right? So, and I noticed I spelled onboarding wrong. Let's fix that, and we'll submit it. So we'll give Buildy a moment to think through the process. So, all right, so it's diagnosing the issue, and it's going to recommend some suggestions to fix it. And it's asking me, do I want it to implement the plan? So I'll say, yes, implement the plan. And it's now going to just go through and fix that. And so what you'll find out when you're using Buildy and any other app like it, that as it writes code, it's just like a human, right? It actually writes very much like a human. And so in my many years of building software apps, I might have a developer who creates an app and they give it back to me for testing. I test it and it's like, oh, this doesn't work, or hey, this is wrong, or hey, this is the wrong color. And I got to send it back to the human developer, and then they do their fixes and they give it back to me. And it's usually a process, right? So when I work with real human developers, you go back and forth, and it's going to a little bit of ping pong before finally you go, your perfect app. And Buildy sometimes works like that. Sometimes you're lucky and just pop first shot. They call it a one shot, where it will one shot the whole app. It works amazing out of the box. And then sometimes you run into like what you just saw happen with me. And it might take a little bit of that back and forth to guide Buildy on like, hey, this isn't quite how I wanted it. You got to adjust this. You got to fix that. And that's what we're doing right now. So while we wait for Buildy, I can see that it is busy working, doing stuff here. So it's still working. Let's go back to our presentation for a moment. And I want to tell you a little bit about this. Okay, so there's more and more examples. So here's somebody with this one, got the source for that. And there are 5 more. Now, these are mobile apps, which we're building a web app that you can access on a mobile device or a desktop. So with a mobile app, it's mobile only. With a web app, you can access it on both. So we're doing web apps, but here are 5 examples of mobile apps that also made tremendous amounts of money. Again, these are all extraordinary examples. And I'd like to give you this deck. So if you'd like the links to all of this, to see the case studies, to get the prompt that I used, and also there's a little bit of information here on how you actually get users for your app. It's a really awesome playbook on how to create a profitable app in this niche market. It contains a lot of stuff. So what I would ask is that all you do is become a subscriber. Just become a subscriber to our free newsletter called Ingeniosity. And you could head on over to pushbutton.ai/subscribe. That's pushbutton.ai/subscribe. I'll drop a link to that in the comments down below and then also in the description of this video. But head over there and join Ingeniosity. It's totally free. And there's a library of marketing playbooks just like this one. And we'll be sure to put that one in there. We're going to be editing this up and releasing it, and I'll have that in the library for you to go download it, plus dozens of other playbooks on other business models, marketing strategies, traffic generation strategies, money-making strategies, and a lot more. Again, it's totally free. Just go subscribe and you can get this deck, no charge. All right, now let's go back here and take a look If I can find the right screen. There we go. And as you can see here, we're now getting, we're doing more debugging. So that Buildy is still debugging the app, and it looks like, oh, it finished. Okay, so it absolutely finished. So let's try this again. So I'm going to try to make this simple this time. And here, I'll still make that. I'm going to go 8,000, not 80,000, 8,000. Say we get paid bi-weekly. I want to save 10,000. Oh, no. I want to do savings goals. Goal 1, I'm going to say I want to save 10,000. We're going to pick, I'm just going to fast forward to here. Next, current debt. I'm going to say student loan, if I can actually spell correctly. Balance, I'm going to say 35,000. I'm just going to say 7%. Minimum payment, I'm going to say 350. I have no idea. I'm just making this up. We go next. I'm just going to throw random numbers in here so we can just get going. None of this is realistic. I'm just putting stuff in so we can have something in the app. And then I'm going to say complete setup. There we go. And now we have our complete budgeting app ready to go. And you can see here, it gives us a plan, a budget, goals for how we want to do savings. And then you can update your goals, add transactions. So if you want to add a payment or a new debt, you can update the goals that you have. You can view your debts. And it's an entire budgeting and payment app. And there we have it. So I would say first shot was 2 minutes and 39 seconds. And while I was jabbering away here, we did a little bit of additional work, but I would say it counts for under 5 minutes. What do you think, producer Nick?
Yeah, certainly. I would agree. Mm-hmm. I think you won. That was a dub. Good job.
Okay. All right. So let's fast the live audience. I am here live, by the way. So as I've been recording this, I'm live without a net with our live audience. What do you guys think? Does that count? Does that count as a 5-minute app? Do I get a pass? It's up to the audience. So we're going to let the audience decide whether that's a pass or not. Give me pass or fail in the audience. You guys vote, pass or fail. And we'll Nick, if you could watch the chat, we'll do a quick informal poll and see if I indeed won. And then let's do this. Let's go back to my presentation over here. And I'd like you to drop a comment in the chat as well. So if you're watching this video after the live session, let me know in the comments, how would you like us to do a whole video covering some ways to drive traffic? We've been talking quite a lot about how to build the businesses. Like you saw this one here, we built one in 5 minutes, but then the very next logical question would be, okay, great, you got a business, but how do you get traffic to it? How do you get people to visit and buy and download and use your app? So let us know in the comments down below. And if there's enough people who vote for traffic training, we'll add that to our plan. And then again, don't forget, download the playbook. It's at pushbutton.ai/subscribe. And you can use buildy.ai yourself. We'll link to that as well in the comments and in the description below. But you can go to just buildy.ai. Sign up, it's free. You can use our free plan to test it out and see what you think. Of course, or you can upgrade to unlock additional features and more AI power. And with Buildy, you don't need to know how to code. You don't need to know anything technical at all. You don't need to be a designer. Heck, Buildy even takes care of your hosting. It does your database, your backend, all your coding, all your design, launches your business, and hosts it on the web. It can even get your domain name for you, all inside of Buildy by talking in plain English to Buildy. And that's how you do it. And if you got value out of this video, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button that you see down below. And of course, definitely comment with your vote on, do you want traffic training? Pop that down below. And producer Nick, does the audience say I won? Did I fail or did I win? What's the consensus?
I think overwhelmingly the consensus is that you passed. You won.
Okay. Okay, good. Phew, I had some sweat there for a moment. I'm glad I passed. Then awesome. Well, hey, live audience, thank you so much for the pass. And everybody else watching this after the fact, I hope to see you on one of my next videos. We're doing live streams all the time on the channel where I'm live with an audience helping you with all of your questions and any advice and tips and how-tos that you need. And we release videos on this channel every week covering how to start, build, or grow your business online. So subscribe. You'll see a link down below. And with that, I'm out of here. See you later. All right. We're not going nowhere. We're still here, audience. What I would like to do really quick is take a very quick commercial break. And then we're going to be giving out our Buildy official group link in just a moment, so you can all join me in inside our private members area. So we'll be releasing that in just a moment. And I need to trying to get into YouTube Studio. I'm locked out, but let's try this. This. Oh boy. And so producer Nick, can you go ahead and play an Ingeniosity commercial while I try to get back into YouTube Studio?
Yes, you got it.
Cool. And I'll see you guys in just a minute.
Doesn't have to be complicated. That's because we're at the start of the AI revolution. Before, it could take months to launch a profitable business and start cash flowing. Now you can do it in as little as one weekend. History is littered with people who've built empires by seizing the moment. They jumped in at ground zero before the door slammed shut. Imagine if you had bought Bitcoin in 2011. You'd be set for life. Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon, says, "We're at the dawn of a golden age of AI, and we've only begun to scratch the surface." Bezos made his billions riding the internet wave early. Now it's your turn to ride the AI tsunami to the bank. Thousands are about to cash in big time thanks to AI. But the burning question is, will you be one of them? Or will you be left in the dust? If you don't want to be left in the dust, then sign up for the Ingeniosity newsletter, where every week I'll hand you carefully researched blueprints that will help take your business from idea to income fast. Whether you're starting from scratch or looking to level up, each blueprint is designed to cut through the noise and deliver actionable steps you can implement immediately, and I would know. Because I've been able to generate over $100 million in total revenue across my online businesses over the years. You'll get my hard-won $100 million insights delivered to your inbox every Friday. And the best part? It's 100% free. Join over 5,000 other founders and business builders and get your roadmap to unstoppable growth with the help of AI. Just go to pushbutton.ai/subscribe.
Hey there. I'm struggling to get back into YouTube for some reason. Oh, here we go. Finally. Okay. Okay, there we go. Great. So now I'm back in there. And sorry, everybody. There we go. There we go. Okay, now I'm back in the studio. Sorry for the delay on that, everyone. Yeah, go join Ingeniosity. If you want more playbooks like the one that we gave out from the last video, how many of them are in there, Nick? There's a lot of them.
At least 20. There's a bunch in there, honestly. I lost count.
We should do a tally. Go add them all up and see. I'll bet you there might be closer to 30 in there.
No, you might be right, yeah.
All right, awesome. Well, then let's do a round of Q&A, and then we're going to release the group in just a moment where everybody can go hang out all week long outside of our weekly show. We have a community that we are building in school. So we'll be giving out our school link in just a moment. It's a free community. There's no charge. So you can just go in there, hang out with one another, and get help, not just from me and my team, but from all of the people that are part of this great community. There are many of you who are amazing entrepreneurs and marketers, and it's a great place for us all to learn from each other. So we'll be dropping that in just a moment, but let's do some Q&A.
All right. And I'm curious, while we're doing Q&A, did you want to do take requests from the chats and do like 1 or 2 builds instead of building?
Sure. Yeah, you guys want to build some stuff? Let me know some ideas of what you want to build, and I'll give you some insight into how I would prompt them in building. Yeah, we could absolutely do that.
Awesome. All right, questions. Let's see. All right, so this is a question from Oil and Wine Revival Church. She says, my question is, what are the levels of the paid upgrades? Is it limited functions on the app?
Oh, for building. Yeah. There are some limited functions, but you can do everything you heard me describe. You can build an app, create a database, launch, and publish your app. There is a limited amount of usage of the AI. So the AI credits actually are quite expensive. You'd be surprised how much it costs in AI. We connect into the back end of a bunch of different AI services, and you'd be shocked at how much it costs us to build an app. But you have access to all of it. You're just limited on how much back and forth you can do in message credits on the free plan. And then upgrades start as little as $24 a month. And that gives you a lot more AI credits and some additional extras that you might want if you're running if you want to run a business.
Great. And then Oil and Wine Revival Church has another question. Can you put your apps on the Google Play Store?
So these are web apps. So when you do a web app, they don't go in the Google or Apple Play Store. They work on mobile devices and desktops. But yeah, they're not what's called a native mobile app, which frankly, it is a royal pain in the butt to get something listed in the Apple Play Store. You have to pay for an Apple developer account, go through a kind of a complex process to get approved to get your app listed, whereas a web app is so much simpler, and people on mobile devices, they can use it just as easy.
Awesome. Let's see. Next question. David wants to know, is this webinar being recorded?
Yes, it's part of our live stream that we do here on YouTube, and they all are recorded. In fact, as soon as we go off the air, you will be able to rewind it and rewatch it right here on YouTube as many times as you want.
Awesome. And then let's see. Okay, great question from Vitality Within You. They say, are these apps marketed for free to collect target emails?
You can. That is one amazing marketing strategy. You can choose to give away access to your apps for free, or you can charge money for them. You can also, by the way, you don't have to make apps. So today we've been making apps. You can also make sales funnels. You can make websites. There's a lot of things that you can build. If you want a store, you want to build an online store selling a product, all of these things can be built in Buildy. It does way more than just apps.
Awesome. And then we have some ideas for building stuff in Buildy, but I'll make sure we answer all the questions first. And then for everyone in the audience, if you have any ideas for something you want to try and build, send them in and we'll jump into Buildy and we'll build your idea. Let's see. Chris wants to know, can you build something that collects emails and transfers them to Profit Platform?
Yep, it's built in. Here, let me show you something. This is pretty cool. So we have, let's see. How do I get it to? Okay, got to remove that screen, add that screen, and go to Buildy. So let's go back home. And you'll see here, it's kind of hidden, but there we go. We have this add integration button, and you'll see that Profit Platform is right there. So you can integrate with Profit Platform, HubSpot, and a bunch of others, Monday.com for project management, Stripe for collecting payments, and more. So those are all available integrations. And so if you're a Profit Platform customer, anything that any user that ends up in your app or sign up forms or order forms on Buildy, they can automatically be inserted into your Profit Platform CRM. And then coming soon, there'll be support for things like High Level and others that you'll be able to integrate with as well.
Awesome. All right. All right. Looks like that's it for the questions. Although there's a question from Devin, and I'm not quite sure. I'll read the question, but I think, Devin, you might need to rephrase it so he can better answer you. He says, would there be a demo for launch a Buildy AI transcript? So I'm not quite sure what that means. Maybe if you could rephrase your question, Devin, so we could better answer you. And then Sissel wants to know, can you use it all over the world?
Yes, you could use it all over the world, and it is multilingual. So I know we have had people making apps in all kinds of languages, even some challenging ones like Hebrew. So it definitely works in many languages.
Awesome. And then are you ready to drop the school group?
Well, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Why did the photo go to therapy?
Why?
Because it had too many negatives.
That was so stupid. But it was good, but stupid. I'll say that's like a 7. That's good.
That's a 7 on the dad joke scale. So hey, chat. How does that rank? 0 means it was awful. 10 means it was the most amazing joke ever. What do you guys give it? I had to throw one in before the show was over. So. But yeah, let's go ahead and give out the school group link. Go ahead and pop that link out there. And I know some people have been waiting for it. So we'll pop that link out. And if you guys want to jump in, it's a work in progress. We haven't even finished setting it up. The logo's not even right. It's a whole bunch of stuff is being improved in there. But you guys get in early. So if you want to be part of our community, and by the way, this is designed to be a true community. This is not like a soapbox for me to just spit out content, whereas I will do content, but I really want to encourage you guys to inspire and motivate and help one another. I want it to be a refuge, a community for us all to support one another in our journey, because being an entrepreneur is not easy, right? It is a challenging journey. That's why most people are not entrepreneurs. Most people don't make that journey. So let's support each other. And that's intended to be a great place to do it, where we can all become builders together and build stuff. Whether it's a new offline business, a bricks and mortar traditional business, whether it's a new digital product, a new app, whatever it might be, let's definitely help one another out in there. And you could click the link that was popped out there. I guess I should pin that in the chat. So now that I'm in Google's or YouTube Studio, I can pin it. So I'll pin that there. And that group, we took a poll on the channel and let the audience decide, and it was overwhelming. They wanted school, so that's why we put it on school. And here, let me refresh and see if we have any member applications. We do. So let's see. Here's Reese, you're approved. Laurel, you're approved. Kevin, you're approved. Let's see, who is this? This is Sissel, you're approved. Fantastic. And okay, more coming in. Okay, keep them coming. Just apply to the school group and join us, and definitely engage. I would love for you to introduce yourself when you join the community. Just say hi. Just say, hey, my name is Joe Blow, and I'm trying to build such and such kind of business. And tell everyone in the group a little bit about yourself. And you earn points, by the way, so you get points for doing that. Just jump in there and engage with the community. And we have any other questions, Nick?
Yes. Yeah. Oil and Wine Revival on Bill D. He says, do you have to upgrade to create multiple websites and apps?
No.
Awesome. Vitality Within You says, is all this for $24 a month?
Yes. For $24 a month, we host your database, all the back-end code to run your website or app, and your hosting, and everything needed to deploy and be in business on the internet. It's all included.
Awesome. And then Kevin wants to know, what is the cost to be a member of this group?
It is the incredibly exclusive price of $0.
All right.
No charge. It's free. And there never will be. It's a free group. The pure intention is to help you all build cool stuff. And sure, I hope you use Buildy to build your stuff and run your businesses. But regardless, it's there to support you and for us all to help each other. That's the real purpose of the group.
Awesome. And then Michael Millman says, says email platform 2, question mark?
It can include your email platform. Those are some of the, if you do want a fully featured email marketing suite and including your own professional mailbox at your domain name, those are things that cost extra. So those are a couple of things. At our $98 a month plan, you get those. So that hopefully that helps explain. Yeah.
Awesome. Chris,
and hey, Michael, good to see you virtually.
Chris wants to know, if you have an app already, can you still just hit that CRM integration? If so, where's that button?
Well, if you have a project on Profit Platform, you can integrate a new Buildy. If you make a new app or a new website or new sales funnel in Buildy, you can connect it to your existing Profit Platform account. But you can't import an app you built somewhere else. Yeah, that doesn't quite work that way. Although coming soon, someone earlier was asking about our upcoming release. Soon, you will be able to just easily give Buildy a link and say, hey, here is my app somewhere else. Can we recreate it inside Buildy? And it will do that. Yeah.
Awesome. And then Kevin says, cost of Buildy, question mark?
So Buildy starts at $24 a month. Well, actually, it starts at the big exclusive premium price of $0 and goes up from there. But yeah, the first paid plan is $24. And I'm trying to keep up with the approvals. They keep popping in there. So apologies if I fall behind on that. But thanks. And I see Reese introduced themselves over there. Thank you for doing that. And awesome. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this community. I've always desired to have a very interactive helpful community. And I think we're going to get it here with this one. In the past, I've seen so many Facebook groups that they start to take off and then they just kind of die. They just sort of fizzle out and die. And with school, it seems to be an environment that people stay engaged and people continue to become part of the community. And again, I don't want this to be something where it's just me standing on a soapbox talking at everyone. I want us to be all peers in there interacting. So that is my my goal for this community. All right, what else we got?
Chris says, my app is built on Buildy, but Buildy is having problems connecting with Profit Platform.
All right, well, that'd be a great question for support. And to do that, open up your email and send an email to help@buildy.ai. That's help@buildy.ai. And they'll take quick care of you and make sure that you can get that set up.
Awesome. All right. Looks like that is it for questions. Oh, I forgot to take the requests for building something. Let's see what requests we had for the builds. Then.
All right. Well, let's do this. So I keep seeing more and more requests coming into the school group. So let's take a very quick commercial break. And what I would love everyone to do is while we're at our commercial break right now, go to Buildy, go to the link that we put in the chat. And Nick, you can paste it again. It's pinned in the chat, but Nick will put it in there one more time. We're going to be wrapping up and heading out of here, but I would love to give all of you early access privileges to be part of the community of builders that we are creating over on School. So go create. If you don't have a School account, School's an awesome platform, and you should have an account anyway. So, it's a quick, simple process. Just create your account. It's free. You don't have to pay for anything to be part of School. To be, a member of groups in School. If you do go and build your own community, they have fees for that. But to be part of other existing communities, it's totally free. So if you don't have a School account, you should have one. There are so many fantastic marketers and entrepreneurs in there that you need to be part of School. And it's Sam Ovens' brainchild and backed by Alex Hormozy. So it's got some of the industry's shining examples of marketers and entrepreneurs. So go be part of School and join our community. And we're going to take a quick commercial break to give you a minute to go click that link and go sign up over there. And Nick, you pick it. How about the presidents? Should we do the presidents?
Sure, let's do the presidents.
Okay.
These
Be right back.
characters in this video are all fake and generated by artificial intelligence.
The other day while I was resting my eyes, I woke up to find that I'd built an entire online business.
Really, Joe? How'd you manage to do that?
Well, you see,
Wait a minute, Sleepy Joe. Let me guess. You had push-button AI do all the work, didn't you?
That's right, Donald. It found me a fantastic domain name, built out a complete site, set up my shopping cart so I can get paid, and even wrote an entire email sales campaign for me, all while I was napping.
Well, I've been using push-button AI too. And believe me, my new business, it's huge. The best. So much winning, you wouldn't believe.
This push-button AI sounds phenomenal.
Oh, it is. It's almost as genius as I am.
But with better hair, no doubt.
Guys, all this talk is boring to me. What everyone needs to do is click the link of this video and go to the masterclass to see how to use this powerful technology to build their own profitable online business.
Well, if Elon says it, it must be worth a shot.
You're right, Barry. Everyone should click the link right now.
I can't believe I'm going to agree with Joe, but this masterclass sounds like it's going to be huge. Absolutely terrific. The best masterclass ever given, probably.
Okay, guys, how about we hit that link? Time is money.
Okay, we should be back. I know YouTube is doing an ad break as well. I've been furiously clicking approve over there in the group. And how many did you want to get to, Nick?
50.
We're 9 away. So we got 9 people to go. Wait, 2 more came in. So 1, 2. Okay, so let me refresh. 7 to go. So we need 7 more members to hit Nick's target of 50. And again, don't just join, but jump in there and say hello and introduce yourself when you have a chance. The one thing you'll need to do right now is join. So I'm here and I can approve you while we're here together. And then when you have a moment, jump back in there later and introduce yourself and become part of the community.
All right.
So what else we got?
Yep, we have Sissel. Sissel wants to know, can we work together with a different IDE inside the app?
No. So it works. It is its own development environment. So if everybody wondering what an IDE is, so it's a development environment where you're writing code. So programmers and tech people will use an IDE to write and deploy code. So there's no need for that. Buildy was created specifically for non-technical people. So if you're someone if you're tech savvy, you know what you're doing, you'd be using a tool like Cursor or some other tool. But if you're someone who just wants a quick and simple way to deploy websites and apps and shopping carts and stuff, then that's what Buildy is specifically built for. So there you go.
Awesome. And then from Byron wants to know if he can use it to promote his singing.
Yes, you can. And here I don't want to show the screen while I'm approving people, so I don't want to show their emails. So we got 2 more approvals. Okay. Nick, you got 5 to go.
Okay, awesome.
And the answer to that question is an overwhelming yes. And in fact, so if you're trying to promote a business, this is a fantastic way to build a website. If you're trying to build a list for your existing business, you can use Buildy to create lead funnels where people can join to get access to tools. You can create AI-powered apps. That's on our paid plan, so you will need the $24 a month plan, but you can make your own AI app. So our AI will make you an app with AI in it. So for example, one of the things that I love to teach is doing assessments or quizzes where your customers can go to your website or app, answer some quiz questions, and then have AI analyze those results and give them back a personalized plan or training or guidance based upon how they answered the quiz. So that's an example. Coming soon will be support for image generation built in. So the $24 a month plan, you can make your own AI image generation app. Nick, you've made some really funny ones of those, but
yeah.
And I know Dylan made one that was pretty cool as well. So you can build apps that are AI apps. So our AI will build you an AI powered app, and that starts at our $24 a month and up plans. So that's a real fun one to do. But it can make a site. So if you're trying to promote your music, you could even upload your music to Buildy and say, hey, I want to create a page that promotes this song and has where you can play the music. If you want to promote links to, if you're on Spotify or some other music platform, iTunes, wherever, you want to drop links promoting your music, you just give those links to Buildy and say, hey, I want to promote this. And you can make, all kinds of stuff. If you want to make a thing to build a mailing list, like if you're on tour and you want to be able to give out a link for people to join your list, you can have a list of fans now by using Buildy to create that. So tons of ways to promote your music and your music career.
Awesome. All right. Okay. This is a great question from, there's a lot of great questions now. So Ask Yova, we're going to get to in a second, but first we have a question from Pete. Pete says, I've joined, but it says Buildy wants to know what I want to build, so I'm still thinking.
Okay, cool. Well, that's part of what I'll do. Continue to do training here, and if you're not sure, like maybe you have some ideas of what maybe you want to build, but you're not sure, jump in the group. So just come on over in here and make a post. just say, hey, here's
What do I
some of
build?
the things what?
Say, hey, what do I build?
Yeah, what do I build? If if you have some thoughts about what you might want to build, give some ideas and say, and try to do a brainstorming session. And then there's a lot of things that I teach in terms of methods and strategies of how to do research to do this. In fact, next week I'm doing a webinar about that. So I have a free webinar I'll be doing next week. I don't have a registration page up. In fact, I'm doing a webinar on my birthday. So next week on Tuesday, which is my birthday, I'm going to be hanging out with you guys on a webinar teaching how to get ideas of how to build stuff with Buildy. So I have an exact process that you can follow, and you'll come out of that with an idea like, now I know what to build. So we're going to be teaching that. Keep an eye on your inbox. So if you're on our subscriber list, you'll get an email about it. Yeah, it's my birthday, and I'm giving you the presents. So in fact, I have 5 gifts for people who join me live, and it's I'll give you a hint. It's green, and you can buy stuff with it. So I got 5 gifts for people who come into my and be part of my birthday celebration on Tuesday. I'm turning 39. Can you believe it?
39.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I'm turning 39.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. All right, cool. Let me check the group again, see if we have 50 in the group yet. I think, Nick, we just did it. Here we go. I got to approve Frank. Got to approve. Let's see. This is Marta, Lewana, and boom. There you go. You got your 50.
Nice. Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Yeah.
I'll see you in there. I'm going to be by the way, me and my brother Dylan, who he works on Buildy, we test and build stuff all the time. So I'll be sharing a lot of prompts. I know it seems like a lot of you guys want help coming up with ideas. So I'll be in there every day helping people come up with ideas. So cool.
Yeah, Nick's official role here is the head of growth, which is he's in charge of a lot of stuff when it comes to growing the business, and the school group is one of them. So you'll be seeing Nick in there a lot. And I have another amazing entrepreneur, Ross. Some of you guys have met Ross, and he will be also joining Nick and hanging out in there, helping you all learn how to build apps. He's an expert at what's called vibe coding, which is using AI to build apps. And he's going to be also a very big part of our group in there. So look forward to seeing you all there.
And I'm curious. So Pete says he's thinking of an idea. He doesn't know what to build yet. Mm-hmm. Do a lot of you guys feel like you're in the same boat where you go to Buildy and you kind of get stuck because you actually don't know what to build? It's like a big sandbox with infinite possibilities, and you're like, I don't even know what to do with this. Do a lot of you feel the same way, and you'd like help coming up with business ideas you could build to make money on Buildy? I'm very curious. That's valuable information for me, because a lot of what I want to do in the school group and on this channel is help people solve that problem.
Let's do a poll in the group.
Yeah, I'll set up a poll. You have to go to the group, answer my poll. I'm gonna set up a poll. I don't know how to word it. I'll set it up after we're done with the live stream, but please.
So I say there's probably 3 options. One would be that they have an idea what they want to build, or they have an idea and they're unsure if they should build it, or they have no idea at all. I think that would probably be the 3 categories.
Let me write that down.
I have no idea what to build. I have an idea, but I'm not sure it's the right one, or yes, I have my idea.
So I have no idea what to build. I have an idea, but I don't know if it's the right one.
And then I know exactly what I want to build.
Okay. Got it. All right, that's going up in the school group. I better see you guys there voting. So
or else.
Yeah, you're in trouble if you don't vote in the poll. All right, cool.
Cool. Well, then I think at this point, I'm going to take one more quick commercial break. And I do want to help you guys. So if you have any questions at all about anything, doesn't have to be about Buildy or our group or anything I'm doing. It can be about you. So if you're in a situation where you need a bit of advice, you need some help, you want to ask a live question while I'm here, be happy to help you with whatever you need to keep you moving forward, like the training at the beginning of our show today. And then, of course, I'll be in and out of that group on school. So Nick is going to be in there a lot. We're going to have Ross. I have a lot of staff in there. So we've got like 15 staff members in there. And I'm going to be popping in and out of there as well. So I'd be also happy to extend this offer of assistance and help right on into that group. So make sure you join it. And let's take a quick commercial break. Do we have another Ingeniosity ad?
No, actually.
No. Okay. Well then.
Wait, yes. I lied. Yes, we do. I'm going to play it.
How dare you?
Yeah. Okay, ready?
All right. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break. Send you over 20 different playbooks, downloadable reports, presentations, and more free, all designed to help you start, build, and profit as an online entrepreneur. And they are all based on my $100 million in results across all of my online businesses. Because over the last 25 years, I have figured out what works, what didn't. But it took a lot of trial and error, a lot of painful lessons along the way. And I would like it so that you don't have to fumble around like I did over the years. Instead, I want to give it to you straight, the exact patterns, the exact steps that you need to follow to launch and explode your online empire this year and beyond. So whether you're just starting out or already have a business you want to grow, there is something for you, and it's totally free. So these playbooks, we release them each week, and a couple examples of them are already waiting for you in the vaults right now. These examples would be how I'm using Mr. Beast's leaked manual to blow up my own YouTube channel and make 6 figures from YouTube alone. Also, the next playbook is a simple content hack that made one guy over $1 million his first year. Also, another playbook is how one woman, she made $200,000 by borrowing traffic from other websites. Also, you'll see how to use an AI tool called Runway ML to generate AI ads that are 300% more profitable than traditional ads are. You'll also learn how to use Notebook LM, which is a different AI tool that Google puts out, and you'll see how to make tons of website traffic show up on your doorstep and explode your business. And then another example is our 5 profitable newsletter business ideas. So if you ever wanted to start an online newsletter or an email newsletter, you can start one in a single afternoon with this playbook. Those are just a few examples. There's tons of playbooks and other stuff, and we release more every single Friday. You will get another playbook that will cut right through the noise, will bring you a cutting edge, new marketing or business building strategy that will help you either get more traffic, get more money, or make your business bigger. And these are filled with growth hacks, the workflows, the ideas, the strategies and tactics that will help take you from a concept in your mind to cash flow coming into your pocket, and it'll do it fast. Now, over my $100 million that I've made across all of my different businesses, I know what works. And some of them were very painful and frustrating lessons to learn. And now, through Ingeniosity, it's totally free, and I want to share my knowledge with you so that you do not have to go through that. And I look forward to seeing you inside the Ingeniosity members area. Remember, it's free, and each resource is carefully researched, carefully curated, and we check it against all of my hard-won $100 million worth of experience and make sure it's something that is working now, today. By the way, all of it's indexed, cataloged, and roadmapped. You can log in and find these. You'll never be left in the dust again. Some of the other things that you'll get as an Ingeniosity free subscriber is you actually get to learn behind the scenes of what's going on in my own businesses so you can see what's working in them right now. So these are not just theories, things that I am doing in my businesses. You'll see real life business experiments and case studies that we're releasing. You'll get the practical blueprints, the growth hacks, everything you can deploy. It's like plug and play. You just take the training, implement it, and you can get results. So as a free Ingeniosity subscriber, you'll get all the practical cutting-edge AI tactics that you can use right now in your business so you can participate in this AI revolution. It's all free. It's all right now waiting for you. Go to pushbutton.ai/subscribe. So go to that link that you see on the screen or down below in the comments, click it, and it's totally free. I'll see you over there. There we go. Trying to push the right button.
All right.
So I have a really, really important question for you.
Yeah.
What do you call a teacher who doesn't fart in public?
What? I don't know.
A private tutor.
Oh God, I hate that. No. Oh, I hate it. That's a 1.
Courtesy of my pack of dad joke. There you go.
I don't like that.
So didn't you buy me this?
I didn't say I did. That's not like an implicit commendation of all the jokes inside.
There you go. It's your fault. You got it for me. So Shelly says it's a 9. Anybody else have 0 being the worst ever, 10 being the greatest of all time? What do you guys rate that one?
Well, while they're doing that, there's a question I accidentally skipped over, actually.
All right.
And I want to make sure we get to it. So this is from Ask Yova, and he says, "Hi, I pay $50 a month to Base 44, and I have created 2 applications that would make the one you mentioned a better option. Who is the creator of this app?"
Well, the app is actually a combination of technology. And, a little sidetrack for a moment. So, earlier someone was asking about the new update. Anybody want to see some of the experimental features of the new update?
I want to see.
I happen to have it up. So it is not in production. It quite possibly could throw a horrible, awful error and blow up on me, but I do have it open. So we can test it. Oh, look at that. So I got another. Kevin gives me a 9.5 on that one.
Yeah, I respectfully disagree, Kevin.
All right. So yes, Base 44 is a similar app to Buildy, but of course, it's my business. Buildy is our app, and it's a combination of things. So number one, we merged. It was quite a large transaction. We actually had a merger with another technology company. We've got all of their code combined with all of the AI projects that I have been working on over the last 2.5 years. And it all culminates in Buildy. And we have a very aggressive schedule over the next 6 months to just jam pack it full of features. And where many of the other tools are called, I'll use air quotes, vibe coding tools. The purpose of those tools are to create code, right? That's the reason they were created, is to write code. Well, ours is a different purpose. So ours is to build and deploy business assets. So if you want to build a business, you want to build assets and deploy them. And particularly if you're not a technical person. So if you're someone who is, if you're not a programmer, you don't know how to code, you don't want to deal with all that tech stuff, that's where Buildy really shines. And that's, we're really a completely different class of tool. And we're not a vibe coding tool, but we are similar, I guess I would say. So I hope I answered your question with all that. Yeah.
And then this is such a good question from Kevin. Kevin says, how would you go about promoting and selling a service that turns plastic trash into bio oil to set off a business's or a personal plastic footprint?
So one of the first things I would ask is, who is your ideal customer profile? Like, who is the perfect customer to buy that service, I suppose it is, and do they have to be in a particular location? Like, does the business serve a particular area? Because I would think, you have to be able to get a hold of their biotrash to do it. So where are the customers and who is the perfect ideal customer? Based upon what that is, it would shift and adjust, because then we put a plan together to reach them. So that plan would probably consist of a website, or maybe you could use Buildy and make a quiz to find out, is your trash, what is the term for that? Plastic trash so you could say, can we take your trash and, can your business become green? Some kind of a quiz about, can you help that business be more green and, use this service? And you would have a quiz that the business would answer. And at the end, you could have AI analyze the answers and then tell them if they're a good candidate to work with you or not. Maybe the kind of trash they have doesn't work. But that was off the top of my head, one example of what I would build. And then I would figure out how to find, target, and get visitors that were in my ideal customer profile. So I hope that helps a little bit.
All right, cool.
And if you'd like to carry that conversation on further, I'd love to jump into the group and we can talk more about how to get you customers.
Awesome. And it looks like a cool comment from Marco Nomad. He says, it took 3 minutes to do my app. Tell us what you built, by the way, Marco. I'm very curious. That's very cool. But yeah, in terms of questions, we're all caught up.
All right, awesome. Okay, well, I'm going to just show one of our experimental features, and let me just get the screen sharing set up here. There we go. Let's see, do I have anybody else to approve? Oh, got someone to approve. I'll do that in a moment. All right, so here is our experimental version of the app, okay? So now let's say, I'm just going to make up something. Let's go to good old Amazon. So let's say that we wanted to make a store, okay? And we wanted to make a shop, and we love how Amazon works and its layout and how it works. So I'm going to copy the link to Amazon. I'm going to come over here to Buildy, and I'm just going to say, please help me create a store selling shoes and sports accessories. Please make the store look exactly like, boom. And so I put the link in there, and I'm going to hit submit, and then we're going to see what it does with it. So now there are a few things you can do with this new feature. One of them is that you can say, hey, I want my site to look like this one. Or you can point out and say, hey, the functionality on this page, I want my site to function like this one. And so what Buildy can now do is it will go there and take a picture. It actually takes a physical picture of the website and studies the design. Or it will extract the content, or it will extract the code to kind of examine the functionality. And then it will follow your instructions. Another example of that might be, let's say I have an old sales letter, which actually I'm going to do this tonight, actually. I have an old sales letter of mine, and then I have a new updated design that I really like. So I'm going to go to Buildy, and I'm going to say, hey, here's my old sales letter. It's got all the written words and all the copy and some images that you can use. And then here is a design that I really love. So take that copy and update it and put it in the new design. And then, boom, it's going to do that for me. So this is an example of something coming out. Now, the other thing that is a big update that comes with this next release is you'll find that many of the AI coding tools, what they do is they use stock photos. And sometimes they can't find good photos to use in your designs, and it will look a little weird. Like, I had it create a dentist's website with a dentist name of Shelley, and it put a dude with a beard, right, as the dentist. I don't know why they thought the guy was Shelley, but they put him there as Shelley the dentist. And so I found that all of those like stock image sites, they're not the greatest necessarily for new site designs. So now what Buildy will do is it will decide when it needs to, it will make brand new unique images with AI. So if you need product shots, or you need a picture of Shelley as a dentist, or whatever, it will create those images for you from scratch while it's doing your designs, which is a feature that many of the other tools surprisingly don't do. They'll use stock photos. Let's see. So it says it finished. Let's see if it actually, there we go. So check this out. It's not exactly what I envisioned, but I kind of like it. Let's go here. So there we go. Now here's an example. Like, this is a uniquely created image. So this image did not exist before. The AI made it. All these shoes, the AI made it. And so that's an example of a shop, okay? And so the other thing too is I didn't tell Buildy what I wanted it to do. And you can see right here, it says that the shopping cart and add to cart buttons are styled and ready, but don't process orders yet. If you'd like, I can add full shopping cart functionality next. And see how it says that? And the other thing that you're going to notice is this chat interface is completely overhauled. It looks similar, but it is now much more non-tech friendly. So as it talks to you, updates you, and works with you to build your app, you'll see that it's going to speak to you in much more common everyday English and not throw a bunch of tech jargon at you, at least most of the time. Every once in a while it might, but for the most part, it's going to try to stay completely non-technical. So now I can tell it, yes, please add all the needed functionality to launch my store. Hit send, and then it's going to get to work and build it. But there you go. That's an example of how to give Buildy an example link to allow it to extract information for design, for functionality, or for content. And it's a really powerful new feature. And had you seen that yet, Nick?
No, I hadn't.
Ah, well, there you go.
That's news to me.
So here, let's go back on screen, and I'm going to go. I have some people to approve in the school groups. Let me go do that real quick. Cool. We got Craig and Sabrina. Welcome to the group. Thanks everybody for joining. And no other questions then?
Let's see. No, we're all caught up.
Okay. So I'm going to do, this will be my final demo then. I'll show you so you can see it busy here. Creating database stuff. So it's creating products in the database, creating the database, setting up the shopping cart page, setting up the checkout page. And I'll test a little bit of this as soon as it's done. And then again, you can sign up at buildy.ai, and you can create an account there totally free and use the tool to do stuff like this. And then realize some of those advanced features, like the feature of creating brand new images, those might, right now, they're going to be available to all plans. But in the future, they might be limited to our paid plans, which start at $24 a month. Cool. And then the group. Don't forget, join us on School. I pinned that link in the chat. We're about to wrap up, so I'm not going to be here. I'm currently sitting here refreshing so I can let everybody in right away. So if you want to join the School group, do it now. And I'll make sure I approve you while we're all here together. And you get to be amongst the first ever into the group. It's not even ready yet, and I'm giving you access early. So you're a founder, a founding member of our School community when you join while we're here right this moment. Let's see then, do we have anything going? Okay, good. So it's updating me on all the stuff it did. Oh, it's even adding tax. That's crazy. And it's telling me that there are more steps. So right here where it says next steps optional, if you want to enhance your store further, I can add payment processing. So we want to collect payments, email confirmations for orders, an admin dashboard, customer reviews, product search and filtering, and wish list functionality. So I could go on and say, yes, please build that. But for right now, I'm going to start with this. So let's take a look and see. We got our different categories. So let's see. We have there we go. Now we have individual product listings. As you can see here, we can select our size. Let's go with black and orange. I'll do one pair and I can add it to cart. There we go, add to cart. And we can see here it's in our cart. So we come up here, there's our shopping cart. Okay, and we can come here, here's our checkout page. Okay, now right now it's not connected to a payment provider, but I could just simply say, go, let's do Stripe, and it would help me set that up. But there you go. There is an example of using some of these new functions. And then you can see here that the shopping cart is persistent, so it's still in my cart, ready to go. And I can now, you know what, I didn't test. Let's see if I can remove it from the cart. Okay, so it said it removed it, but maybe I have to refresh. Let's see, that might be something that needs to improve there. Yeah, okay, so there's an example of like, remember how I talked about when you work with human developers, there's always little things that don't quite work, and there's an example of one. So all I have to do is just go into the chat and say, hey, the remove from cart button, oops, I refreshed the page. Why did I do that? Okay. But I could tell it, hey, the remove from cart trash can button doesn't work. And then I could go to get to work and fix it for me. All right, cool. Well, then I think we're going to be wrapping up here. And so this is the final call for the School community. Go in and request your access now. I got to approve. Looks like Narisa, you're approved. And I'm going to spend just a minute here doing the final round of approvals. So jump in there now. And I think other than that, it's go to buildy.ai, create your free account. And of course, I would love it if you'd upgrade. The $24 a month plan really is the minimum plan you should be on if you're doing a business and you want all the features that you need for a fully fledged business. I would recommend you upgrade to that $24 a month plan. But if you just absolutely cannot, I don't want you locked out. So you can use the free plan. It just might take a little bit longer because we do restrict the number of daily requests that you can make of the AI, but you can do that. And then actually coming soon, you'll be able to refer friends to be able to earn even more bonus free credits if you want. That's a feature that we'll be rolling out soon as well. And producer Nick, was there anything else to cover before we wrap it up?
Nope, we're all good to go.
All right. And don't you have a YouTube video you wanted to share?
Oh yeah. Let me find that and share it.
Cool. I think it might even be the one that I posted in the School group. I have a pinned comment in School. That might be it. So people can access it there too. But we just released a video that goes over 5 different businesses you can build with Buildy. And I did a challenge to see if I could build 5 businesses in 15 minutes. Some of you were here and saw the results, so you already know what happened. But long story short, I failed, and we made a video about it anyway. So you can go watch it. The link is in the school group, or Nick posted it into the chat as well. Then let me do one more refresh so I can go approve some people. We've got Aubin and Gregory. You are approved. And so with that, what commercial can you play, Nick? Should we do another Ingeniosity one? Start with the first one you did. We'll play that.
The first one I did? Okay.
And I like what Shelly
Your
said. I
first
failed
business
forward.
doesn't have to be complicated. That's because we're at the start of the AI revolution. Before, it could take months to launch a profitable business and start cash flowing. Now you can do it in as little as one weekend. History is littered with people who've built empires by seizing the moment. They jumped in at ground zero before the door slammed shut. Imagine if you had bought Bitcoin in 2011. You'd be set for life. Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon, says, "We're at the dawn of a golden age of AI, and we've only begun to scratch the surface." Bezos made his billions riding the internet wave early. Now it's your turn to ride the AI tsunami to the bank. Thousands are about to cash in big time thanks to AI. But the burning question is, will you be one of them? Or will you be left in the dust? If you don't want to be left in the dust, then sign up for the Ingeniosity newsletter, where every week I'll hand you carefully researched blueprints that will help take your business from idea to income fast. Whether you're starting from scratch or looking to level up, each blueprint is designed to cut through the noise and deliver actionable steps you can implement immediately, and I would know. Because I've been able to generate over $100 million in total revenue across my online businesses over the years. You'll get my hard-won $100 million insights delivered to your inbox every Friday. And the best part? It's 100% free. Join over 5,000 other founders and business builders and get your roadmap to unstoppable growth with the help of AI. Just go to pushbutton.ai/subscribe.
Hey, I'm still here. But there we go. I see quite a few people still here. So I'm still here. And I think Nick is going to have to head on. Nick, are you there, or did you have to head on off to your next thing?
I got to jump.
All right. All right, cool. Well, I may hang out for just a minute more while I'm continuing to approve people into the group. So I'll be here. I'll stick around on camera for just a couple minutes more. And let's see here. And I see a question from Kevin. Is School or Buildy $24 a month? So School is free, absolutely free. Buildy also has a free tier, but the first paid tier of Buildy is $24 a month. Cool. And then Pete asks, does School give out homework? Not yet. Maybe one day. Let's see. And what other questions do I see? I see people asking for approval, so I got those done. Oh, Pete's still here. Looks like Shelly had to go, but glad Shelly tuned in. And let me just do a quick refresh of the group. We got a few more to approve. So Hidden Knowledge, you are approved. Keith, you are approved. Okay, there we go. Awesome, awesome. And I am curious. You guys, there's still a few people here, and I would like to know what things have you noticed about communities that you would like to see improved here? Meaning, have you joined a Facebook group, or there's Circles, another example of a community where they'll help you set up communities, or whatever kind of group it might be. Could be a Discord server if you joined one of those. What would you love to see done better in this group, whether it has to do with the content or schedule or the approach to things, or what kind of help would you like to see in the group. I would love to hear some feedback about how I can make this the absolute best experience for you. So yes, the group is all about building things, and Buildy is the tool I'm going to recommend to do that with. But the purpose of the group is to help you build, and whether you're using Buildy or not, that is the purpose. I want to empower as many people to build the things they want to build and achieve the life they want to achieve. And we're going to do it through this group. So would love feedback, suggestions. I can't say I'm going to absolutely, do everything you suggest, but I would love to hear about it so I can see if we can work it into how we're going to run the group. Okay, cool. Awesome. Kevin is still here. So Kevin, the $5 a month, yeah, there are options to be part of the paid plan here on YouTube. There are like paid subscriber levels, but over in school, it's free. There's no payments. And Oil and Wine Revival Church, glad you're still here with us. So Kevin says most groups have only a few participatory members. Most do nothing. I agree. And that's part of what I want to fix. I would like to see a lot more people engaging and interacting in there. So for those of you who maybe you're a little bit shy when it comes to participating in there, what can I do to make it easier for you? What would really kind of ease your mind and help you participate and be part of the group? And don't forget today's training earlier on the first segment. You have to do stuff that makes you uncomfortable. Remember, that's the drill. So you're supposed to go do one thing this week that makes you uncomfortable. I think, and I forgot how many hours you're supposed to do it. So if stepping out in the group and speaking up is uncomfortable, go do that. That's your challenge for the week, to make yourself uncomfortable. Go speak up, introduce yourself, and break through that sort of online shyness. Yeah. Cool. Maybe make step-by-step. Yeah, I think some kind of step-by-step training, like how to get the most out of the group and how to use. Perry wants me to do his approval. Let me quickly check. I don't have a pending. I think I did approve you, Perry. Let me check and see really quickly. I'm going to search. Why do I not see your? I do not see your application. What did school do? Let's see. Okay, yeah, I do not see the application yet. Maybe there's a short delay. But I just searched for it. Let me just check one more time. Weird. Yeah, I don't see it. Oh, I just got a request from Tony. So Tony, it looks like Tony recently had a birthday. You should turn 39 like me, Tony. Weird. So Perry, I don't see the request in there. I don't know what's happening. And make sure that you click that invite. The invite link should take you straight to be able to go right into the group. And that's pinned in the comments. Cool. And Kevin says, stress, you must put work in to get something out. I absolutely agree, Kevin. And that's part of the challenge of teaching entrepreneurship. A lot of people's initial draw to the idea of being an entrepreneur is the idea that it could be easier, right? Like being an entrepreneur, you could make more money. It'll be easier than a regular 9-to-5 job. And in a sense, that is possible, but only after you put in the work first, right? So you kind of, as an entrepreneur, you need to be that builder that creates your vision and makes it all come to life. And then once your business is operating, then it can be easier. It can be much easier than a 9-to-5 job, but getting it from zero to that point takes quite a lot of work. And that is the honest answer to it. But it's the allure of that end of the road, of that ease of having a successful, business as an entrepreneur that kind of draws us all in and makes us want to do it. But then you have to realize, oh boy, there's going to be some work ahead to get that success. And what's funny too is sometimes I have seen examples of where somebody they luck their way into an overnight business. I've seen that many times, but that's not normal. That's not the normal thing. But some people, they start their first business, they try this, they try that, and then bam, they take off like a rocket ship. And that's always awesome to see. But that definitely is not the normal. But it does happen. All right, let me refresh and see if I have any more requests. So I do see Fernando, you are now approved. And Perry, I don't know what's happening, why I didn't get that approval request, but okay, cool. Well, then I think with that, I think we are going to wrap it up. So now I think I've got all the approvals outstanding. Perry, if you're still here, I don't know, try that link again. Also, I can drop the direct link. Here, let me drop that straight in. This will just take you directly to the school group. It's a private group, but I still think you can see that link. I'm not sure. Which is here. I'll put that on screen. School.com/Buildy is where that's at. That's where the official community link will be. Currently, the group is private, but I hope you can get to it there too. So if you haven't been able to get in, and with that, I will leave you with, let's see, which one are we going to do? We will do this one. So I'm going to play us out with an ad for Ingeniosity. That is producer Nick's newsletter. So join that and you get all of our playbooks, which are the free marketing and money-making playbooks that he creates. They are companions to our video trainings. If you want our whole library of 20 plus of those, it's totally free. Go to pushbutton.ai/subscribe, and then I'll play us out with this final commercial to encourage you to do that. And on that note, I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Send you over 20 different playbooks, downloadable reports, presentations, and more free, all designed to help you start, build, and profit as an online entrepreneur. And they are all based on my $100 million in results across all of my online businesses. Because over the last 25 years, I have figured out what works, what didn't. But it took a lot of trial and error, a lot of painful lessons along the way. And I would like it so that you don't have to fumble around like I did over the years. Instead, I want to give it to you straight, the exact patterns, the exact steps that you need to follow to launch and explode your online empire this year and beyond. So whether you're just starting out or already have a business you want to grow, there is something for you, and it's totally free. So these playbooks, we release them each week, and a couple examples of them are already waiting for you in the vaults right now. These examples would be how I'm using Mr. Beast's leaked manual to blow up my own YouTube channel and make 6 figures from YouTube alone. Also, the next playbook is a simple content hack that made one guy over $1 million his first year. Also, another playbook is how one woman, she made $200,000 by borrowing traffic from other websites. Also, you'll see how to use an AI tool called Runway ML to generate AI ads that are 300% more profitable than traditional ads are. You'll also learn how to use Notebook LM, which is a different AI tool that Google puts out, and you'll see how to make tons of website traffic show up on your doorstep and explode your business. And then another example is our 5 profitable newsletter business ideas. So if you ever wanted to start an online newsletter or an email newsletter, you can start one in a single afternoon with this playbook. Those are just a few examples. There's tons of playbooks and other stuff, and we release more every single Friday, you will get another playbook that will cut right through the noise, will bring you a cutting edge, new marketing or business building strategy that will help you either get more traffic, get more money, or make your business bigger. And these are filled with growth hacks, the workflows, the ideas, the strategies and tactics that will help take you from a concept in your mind to cash flow coming into your pocket, and it'll do it fast. Now, over my $100 million that I've made across all of my different businesses, I know what works. And some of them were very painful and frustrating lessons to learn. And now, through Ingeniosity, it's totally free, and I want to share my knowledge with you so that you do not have to go through that. And I look forward to seeing you inside the Ingeniosity members area. Remember, it's free, and each resource is carefully researched, carefully curated, and we check it against all of my hard-won $100 million worth of experience and make sure it's something that is working now, today. By the way, all of it's indexed, cataloged, and roadmapped. You can log in and find these. You'll never be left in the dust again. Some of the other things that you'll get as an Ingeniosity free subscriber is you actually get to learn behind the scenes of what's going on in my own businesses so you can see what's working in them right now. So these are not just theories, things that I am doing in my businesses. You'll see real life business experiments and case studies that we're releasing. You'll get the practical blueprints, the growth hacks, everything you can deploy. It's like plug and play. You just take the training, implement it, and you can get results. So as a free Ingeniosity subscriber, you'll get all the practical cutting edge AI tactics that you can use right now in your business so you can participate in this AI revolution. It's all free. It's all right now waiting for you. Go to pushbutton.ai/subscribe. So you go to that link that you see on the screen or down below in the comments, click it, and it's totally free. I'll see you over there.